this video to document that my neighbors got evicted a long time ago and they won't leave. My super said just take them to court and they're just like moving, being nuts to me, man. Like, I just started filming 10 minutes ago. They're just like being nuts as hell. Anyway. This is so stupid. He felt it was evil. People gotta move, bro, but they've been doing this to her. Yeah, I don't like the quite so gross. Fire everyone. Those people drive me totally nuts, huh? These people literally, their kid, man, he keeps putting his bike by my windows and stuff. The other day, he came home, his bikes are knocked over. They're almost right in my windowsill, like the handlebars. I can't even make this up, bro. So literally when I went to work, they did that to probably like make me think like, hey, when you go to work one day, we're gonna break your window or something. Like they're freaking crazy, bro. Like they're up there like yelling and screaming earlier, and like the kids like running around nuts. Like I go in the hallway and you can hear like how loud they are. It's hard to distinguish on my phone, like a lot of times, but like sometimes like you can hear it, bro. They're like doo doo, like they're just nuts, bro. Anyway, these live streams are boring as hell. I apologize. I'm trying to just prove a point about something, bro. If these people are trying to say I yell at them and stuff because they told me super, I yell at them and stuff all the time. Like they're liars, man. They literally torment me for like 8 hours straight and I get mad. Well, obviously I'm gonna get mad, bro. They literally like taking things apart and put them together so many times in 4 months that it's like I don't even get what the hell they were doing up there, bro. Usually I get like 5 minutes before these people upstairs start banging on my head, bro. Never mind, not even 5 minutes. I can get this, bro. I'm like really sick of this crap, man. Or why should I have to move, bro? I moved into this apartment. I paid the lady 8 months to begin with when I moved here. It was during COVID. My mom sold her house. I was living in it with my mom because my stepfather passed away. He had a stroke in the house. They had to call 911. The ambulance came, took him to the hospital, and he passed away in the hospital. He had like a huge like stroke in his brain. So anyway, my mom asked me to live there with her because she couldn't afford the mortgage anymore during COVID, and I moved in there. And then later on, when I was sick during COVID, and I had fluid around my heart, and I was like going back and forth to the hospital. My legs were swollen to like 4 times normal size. They're like lobsters, bro. There's literally pus coming out of my legs and my feet. I have scars on my feet to this day, dude. This was all because of COVID. So anyway, my mom sold like sells a house, and then I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm laid off getting that stupid COVID relief money, and then I had to move to this place, man. So I paid them 8 months to get this apartment. I looked at like 20 other apartments before this one. No one would rent me an apartment because I'm a single man and I have like not a great job, you know. Like, I'm a security guard. I don't make mass money, bro. Everything's expensive. So people think I'm just a jerk to people for no reason or whatever, bro. Like I'm not a jerk to people. I like go through a lot of crap, bro. I'm like anybody else, right? I'm trying to work and survive, man. I don't know if people know what that's like to like get sick during COVID. If anybody was sick during COVID, I know I had COVID, bro. I had to go to the hospital like 5 times. The doctor said I had fluid around my heart. I was waking up like out of breath, like my lungs were messed up. My mom can vouch for all this. All the doctors, I kept going to the hospital. They're checking my legs for blood clots because my legs were so like freaking swollen. They gave me medicine and made it worse, bro. I had to go back there, and then they told me not to take the medicine anymore. And not to mention, like when I moved to this apartment, I paid the lady 8 months to get this apartment. It was brand new, renovated. Everything in here was brand new. That's what she told me anyway. It looked brand new. There's a brand new everything, bro. Like the fridge, the stove, there's a dishwasher. All the drywall's brand new in here. The shower, the toilet. It was all brand new. The flooring, like everything, bro. That's why I wanted the apartment. This apartment's not like all the other apartments in the building. It's more like open concept. It's like what I wanted, bro. It has one room where I store like this friggin' shit that I have had since I've been little. You know what I'm saying? Like sentimental, like no value to it, but it was maybe given to me by somebody. It's like in totes. I collect a lot of crap, man. I like do artwork and shit. So I wanted this apartment, man. I don't want to move. I don't think someone should be able to like bully the shit out of me till I move, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to get an apartment, man. Those people probably get an apartment easy as hell. I don't even know anymore, bro. Let's see. All I know is someone with a family will get an apartment over me. People can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, for example, the apartment I'm in right now, like a single mother and her kids would get this over me, bro. So say there's like a lady with a kid or something, she'd get this apartment over me. The only reason I got this apartment because I said I paid 8 months. So if I'm paying like $1,400 a month almost, and I paid them 8 months at a time, like think how much money that is, dude. That's like 9 grand or something. Like more than 9 grand. Like when I moved here, my rent was over $1,300 a month. It keeps going up every year, obviously. Now it's almost at $1,400 a month. Like a lot of the motels in my city, they're $1,600 a month. Why would I move to a motel from here? Right, my dad has this like brand new trailer I can live in his backyard, but my dad is crazy weird, and he'll like bug me every day, bro. Get it? He'll come out there and be like blah 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 to me. It'd be like so peaceful. He lives in this like nice house with like commercial property. It used to be an orchard. So it used to be an orchard in his backyard. So they ripped the orchard down and there's no trees back there no more. But now the soil and all the ground is really good. And all the neighbors keep bugging my dad to sell the property to them. These city guys want to buy it and like put townhouses on it, and everybody wants to steal my shit, bro. Get it? That's like my backyard, bro. Imagine that shit, dude. Everybody keeps trying to steal your dad's property, and he's like 70 years old, and people keep trying to talk him into stuff behind your back, bro. I literally have one brother. Like, think of this. I have one brother and a half sister, and he has this wicked expensive, like, commercial property, bro. And all these assholes keep trying to make him sell it to them. Like, for what, bro? You know what I'm saying? My dad should give that house to, like, me and my brother and not sell it to anybody. Like I said, it's commercial property, dude. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do there. Just imagine, dude, all these dumb videos I make, the amount of crap that gets done to me, and someone says, yo, you're mean to people, bro. No, I'm not mean to nobody, bro. I don't like bully people that bully people on YouTube or in the world or anywhere, bro. I go on YouTube and I watch all different kinds of people on there, and they get bullied by people, and it pisses me off. So I'm at the point that I'm just sick of people bullying everybody, bro. And then when you act like nice to everybody and you start like getting mad about shit, people treat you like a weirdo, bro. Sometimes people get really mad and be like, yo, why don't you just worry about yourself and go to work and like ignore all those other people? I don't want to ignore those people no more, bro. I'm not talking about my neighbor. I'm talking about like people that are bullies and shit. I don't want to ignore their shit no more. And people come to my work, dude, and they run after me when I have my security coat on, and they try to like scare me and shit. So I have to run away because I signed a no-touch policy at my job where if I touch somebody, I get in trouble. So I'm going to run away. So my boss is like, do everything in your power to get away from people. He's like, obviously you have to fight somebody if there's no other choice. But the way he is, I'll get in trouble, man. Even if I fight somebody, like, fuck, they just get mad at me, dude. They give my boss as an asshole to me. So I don't know what people want me to be like, bro. Here's a story. A giant chubby dude who's over 6 feet tall kept coming back with garbage bags and throwing them in the city dumpster. Like that city has a sign on it that it's for like the city guy and he comes to pick up. Like this, the public ain't supposed to use that crap, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if someone pulls in with a bag in their car, like you put a bag in your car with garbage and throws it in there. I'm not getting mad, bro. I'm saying the guy came back like 4 times with like 3 bags of garbage and a giant piece of carpet. That's like 12 bags of garbage, dude, from his house. So I don't know if he got evicted or he renovated or something, but like that's illegal because people dump like dead bodies that way, like criminal stuff, like paperwork from doing some crime, like all kinds of weird stuff, right? They're not supposed to use that garbage can. And it's made for the city guy. They're on a budget and they're only going to pick it up so many times, right? So I'm saying like he's probably using that if he's in the truck and he gets like over too much garbage and he just stops there and throws a couple bags in there or whatever the hell they do, you know? It's for the pool people. It's a city garbage can, a giant dumpster. Anyway, back to the story. By the time he was at the 4th time of dumping garbage, because I'm a security guard, I got my camera out. I wasn't even filming the guy. The guy was so far away and it was dark out that you could not see who he was. I was just making a video for YouTube and talking about him because I'm at work and on public property, and I thought, like, what's illegal about that? The guy's dumping garbage. I want to make a freaking video about it. And I want to make a video explaining who it affects and why it's stupid. And people dump like a bunch of dirty diapers in there, bro. And then if the city don't get it right away, it smells. So everybody who goes to the park that day smells baby poop, bro, because everybody like just throws like. I seen the guy come from his house, bro, with a bag full of baby crappy diapers, like an East Indian dude, and he ripped the bag and he dumped it in the blue garbage can. So obviously he did that on purpose, bro, and it smelled so bad, dude. And then all week that I worked, I'd smell that shit. At least smelled like rotten shit, bro. So next time he came there and he's gonna do that, I like friggin' said something. I'm like, bro, like why? Like what the frig? Not to him directly. And he just threw the bag in there anyway. He doesn't care, man. They do it at the other park I work at. They come dump like stinky food from restaurants or something in the dumpster. I don't know what it is, bro. They come in a van and they throw like 5 stinky like food fucking shit in there, bro. And it's some like East Indian people. I don't know if they have a restaurant in my city. But they're not allowed to do that, bro. So the city should be watching these people. Like, I'll get a bylaw license to ticket everybody. I think I get a percentage of the fine. So if someone illegally dumps and I fine them and I'm a bylaw officer, I think I get a percentage when it goes to court. But a lot of people probably don't go to court or bother, so that's why they don't really enforce that crap no more, bro. I don't know. I want to go ask the city if I get a license doing that. Because if I have a security license for 8 years now and I'm like a dual license where I can get a PI license, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to get like a bylaw license where I can go be like a dog, like if your dog poops and you're not picking it up, like go enforce a bylaw on somebody like that and give them a ticket. And then I get a percentage of it. I think I can open a business. I don't know. I'm going to look into it. Maybe I could get an independent business license to do that. And then I can be like a witness because I have a security license and a PI license. Then I can say I was investigating someone like letting dogs crap over here. And then I videotaped this man doing it. When I confronted him about it, he told me to go F myself. This is how you ticket people, okay? You literally videotape over there. Like I'm private investigating something happening, okay? So whether they're throwing like half joints over there or whatever, then I have to catch the guy doing it. Then I have to film him basically on camera, right? And then I have to walk up and tell him who I am and say, yo, I saw you do that, bro. Go pick it up. And if he tells me to go F myself, then I'm going to give him a ticket. Because I have a bylaw license. Get it? And if he assaults me, he's going to get charged with assaulting a federally licensed friggin' officer, like a bylaw officer. He's going to get charged with that. It's not going to be good, bro. That's all. You're not allowed. That's like assaulting a corrections officer or something. Like my security guard license, I'm federally licensed. I'm bonded. I went to school, man. I had to pay money for my license. I have to reinstate it all the time. Get it? I have a police clearance. So that means whoever assaults me at my job is assaulting a federally licensed like security officer. So it's not gonna look good for them, bro. And not to mention, I have like I have no teeth, man. I might as well just tell everybody I don't have any teeth, bro. I got hit with a freaking tree at work, and it broke my face basically, and I had to go get major surgery. They took out 28 teeth in one day, bro. This is all recorded through my hospital records. I had surgery one day, bro. I could have died from that crap. I had 3 abscesses in my brain. The doctor told my parents, "Your son's gonna die, bro, if you don't like help him." I could not afford surgery. Get it? In Canada, like people are like dental's covered and all that. Like, no, it's not, bro. Like full health. We don't have full dental. You know how many people I tried to get to pay for my teeth to get fixed? Nobody would pay for that shit, bro. And I had no money because I was literally working for like jack crap back then, man. And I had like no money to pay my bills basically. And I was like broke as hell all the time. So when I got hurt at work, like working for my friend, then I couldn't even sue the person, bro. It was my friend. It was an accident, you know? We had already fallen the tree down. The tree was already down. We already cut the big branches off. It was like this gigantic tree trunk, bro. And we were trying to push it off of where it was laying on something, and then we were going to cut it up more. And that's when his dog was trying to run under it, and I got hit with the tree in the face for trying to tell his dog to screw off. I told his dog, like, "Get out of here, Seven," because his dog's name was Seven. So I'm like, "Seven, go away." And like him and his friend weren't even watching. They're pushing on the stump still. The dog was literally lingering under the stump, bro. So get it? Like they're on the one side of the stump, and I'm on the opposite side of the stump, and I had a big limb thing. It was like this fat around, and it was from the big trunk. And I was holding it. So I was standing with it not over my head, and I was yanking. So every time they push, I would yank. And we are trying to roll it off of the part where we had cut it and it had fallen. It was still on the giant stump part with the thing. So we had cut it all down to this giant thing still. The thing was huge, bro. Probably weighed 10 to 20,000 pounds, bro. So we were all trying to move it with like, I don't know if he's a machine, and we were pushing on it. So when his dog was under it, I wasn't watching for a second. And I'm like, "Seven, get out of here." And the dog ran away. And by the time I looked at what I was doing again, they had already pushed it enough where it was rolling at my face, bro. And then they're like, "Yo, watch out." And it hit me in the top of the head and went all the way down my face. Like, my nose looks weird. The thing hit me here, bro. Like, right on top of my head. It went boom, and it went down my face. Like, hit me there. So this happened so fast that it hit me in like 4 spots by the time I flew backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, the force of it. It was like, bam, and I like flew backwards, and the guy took me like off the ground, and I looked like I was like hovering backwards. He said it was the funniest thing he ever seen. That's how hard the thing hit me in the head, bro. And then I worked all day like that because I'm an idiot. I'm not even making these stories up, dude. I didn't even go to the hospital for this crap because I was working with my friends, and I wasn't even a real job. It was just like helping them do something, like cutting this tree down on the guy's property. And these are like biker guys who like drive like Harleys around, and they're all like tough and shit. So after that happened to me, and they're like, "Yo, you're not gushing blood and you're not really hurt." And I just like, they're telling me to just work like that, bro. And I'm like spitting piece of teeth out. I was only like spitting pieces of my teeth out, bro. And these guys are like, "Keep working, bro, you freaking wussy." And telling me like, "Suck it up, bro." And my mom took pictures the next day. Like the whole top of my head was like yellow and purple. And I had this giant like goose egg on my head, and my eyes were all bloodshot. I don't know. That's what happens when a tree hits you in the face. It like screw your whole head up, bro. I could have got brain damage from that. I don't know. Some people tell me I have a bad temper. Maybe I have brain damage, bro. How do I know? I got hit in the head with a tree and it broke all my teeth. And I had to have major surgery. So what do people want me to be like, bro? Not to mention like having 3 abscessed teeth for a long time can give you brain damage. The doctors told my mom this shit. She's like, you know, they're like, that can cause you to have a bad temper. It caused brain damage. Obviously, the guy's a headache all the time. I was getting migraine headaches like every day. I'd go to work like that. And this went on for a long time, man, like almost like a year. And obviously, my teeth kept getting worse. You can't just brush your teeth, floss, and all this if you have broken teeth, bro. Some of my teeth are compressed into my gums from the tree hitting my face so hard that I bit my teeth together. When it hit me in the top of the head, I went, "Kuh." You know what I mean? Like if someone punches you and you bite your teeth hard, or they punch you in the jaw, break your teeth, right? So the only reason this thing didn't hit is It's because obviously you're standing there and something's big stump, right? It's gonna have less. The stump fell on me. So obviously I moved backwards when it hit me. I reacted to it. You get what I'm saying? If I was walking towards that when the tree had hit my head, I'd probably die, bro. Because I was like going like, it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, wow, I'm going down my face kind of thing. See, like my friend thought the tree knocked me back. I think I just jumped backwards like that, bro. Obviously, from the tree hit me in the top of the head, right? But definitely give me a concussion. I just didn't go to the hospital. So you go. If you ever do work for somebody, dude, or you're doing it at like a regular job where they have insurance in case you get hurt, then obviously I could have did a WISB claim and sued those people for pushing the fucking tree into my face, bro. I'm saying I couldn't even sue the people who hurt me because they were my friends and I had no insurance, and like obviously it wasn't really at work, bro. It was an accident, right? But if I was at work, I would have sued the company for being dangerous and like doing that to me, bro. Get it? The guy's dog shouldn't have been around us. And they shouldn't be pushing a fucking tree stump towards my face that way. So everything about it was stupid, bro. And every time this guy would cut trees down with me, he's dangerous as hell. And he almost kept hurting me all the time. And he would get hurt all the time. And then one time in the truck, I was watching him cut a tree down. And like all of a sudden, the branch fell off the top of this tree from the vibrations. It was like a rotten branch or something. And this idiot looks up at it right as it hits him in the face, man. He comes back to the truck and he's got this huge bloody nose and like the split in between his eyes. The thing fell from like 100 feet off the top of the tree into his head, man. So think you got a hard hat and you hear a weird noise and you look up and I'm like sitting in the truck watching this from like 100 feet away, bro. I can't help the guy. So I literally watched this thing falling and thinking, oh, it's going to hit him in the head. And then he looks up at it and gets hit in the face. So you had a hard hat on and it would have saved you a little bit at least. And then you get hit in the face because you look up at it. Like that's what happens when you're an idiot. Just like my dad one time, bro. He wanted me to cut a branch off this tall tree. And I said, no. I'm not going way up to the end of a ladder and cutting a branch off. I'm like, that's dangerous, bro. So he keeps bugging me for like an hour. He got mad as fucking me. And finally he goes, no, I'm going to do it. And then I had to hold the ladder or something. So he extends the ladder all the way up, bro. This branch is there. I'm telling him to tie the ladder off to the branch at least. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then another thing I said to him is when you cut the branch, the weight from cutting the end of the branch off is going to make the rest of the branch go higher than the ladder. And he's like, no, you're an idiot. You don't know what I'm talking about. So he does this shit, right? All of a sudden he cuts the fucking branch. The fucking branch that the ladder's on goes flying up higher than the fucking ladder is. And the ladder's not tied to it. So obviously if it's tied to it, you're going to be off balance. If you hold on tight, you might not fall up or you're still going to get hurt. Everything about what he did was stupid. He did not listen to me. Because like I said, I used to cut trees down with like this company. And I knew a lot about cutting trees down. And I knew what would happen. Which is why I was arguing that I'm not going up the ladder and doing this shit. So he does it, and I'm trying to hold this ladder. Think of how tall a metal ladder goes. That would go up all the way up to your eaves trough on your house. That's how tall he put it. And he's up there with no rope, bro, no nothing, with a fucking chainsaw, bro. You know what he does? I'm trying to hold the ladder. It's bro, not this up. I tried to bear hug the fucking thing. There's no way I was going to hold it, bro. My dad's at the top of the ladder, all the way extended as the branch goes, boing, because he's an idiot with the chainsaw. Because he cut the branch. I said it's going to go like that after. I'm trying to hold the ladder in a bear hug. He's on the top. The ladder's going. He throws a chainsaw down. It's coming down to my face now. Then he decides, hey, I'm going to jump out of the ladder and take a leap of faith and try to grab another branch that's lower than the branch that I cut. No, you're like old man, bro. So then I got to dodge a chainsaw. Then I realized he jumped out of the ladder. I might as well let the fucking ladder go. So I pushed the ladder out of the way. This whole time he's falling. He hits the branch. He goes spinning. Then he's come spinning down like he's going to land on top of his head, bro. This is called like 30 or 40 feet off the ground he fell from. And I'm like, uh-oh, fucking he's going to die or whatever. I try to grab my father out of the air, bro, with my arms. Totally almost rips my arms off. I could not I at least broke some of his fall. So from him hitting my arms and going, "Plah," it turned his body enough that he landed on the side of his face and his shoulder. And he's all like, "Plah," like knocked out on the ground, my dad, right? Like from falling from so high. And he's knocked out. I thought he was dead or whatever. So I'm like freaking trying to wake him up and I couldn't wake him up. And then all of a sudden he wakes up and he gets off the ground. His whole face is all red and he's all messed up. He's like, "Oh, my shoulder." See, that's what he got, bro. And then he yelled at me that I should have climbed the ladder and I should have been the one cutting the tree branch or whatever, when he should have literally tied the ladder to the tree and listened to me. So yeah, that's what my family does to me too, bro. I get it from everybody. And then my dad wouldn't even go to the hospital in an ambulance. And I'm like, "Dude, you're concussion." And then he goes to the doctor the next day. His shoulder was all messed up. The doctor said like his face was all messed. This is all like from falling out of the tree, bro. Like that would have been me. Get it? He would have made me fall out of the tree, bro. And he literally had the nerve to yell at me that it was my fault that he fell out of the tree because I'm younger and I wouldn't have fallen out. I still would have fallen out, bro. The same thing would have happened to me. Get what I'm saying? I'm not Superman. I would have been like him. I would have been at the top of the ladder. He would have let the ladder go and I would have fell out of the ladder, bro. And I would have to try to grab a branch. I would have bounced off the branch like him and I would have fell on the ground. So I don't know what he's saying, that I would have been better off cutting the branch, right? See, I'm just going to go into a story with mad detail to let people explain how stupid it is that any of this even happens, bro. And I have like thousands of stories like that where people try to hurt me, bro. One time in this demolition thing, this guy is in a huge Caterpillar like excavating machine, the giant yellow ones. And he's like demolishing the house. Then he tells us all to go in the basement because the house was already knocked over. There was a basement left. So all the stuff was falling into the basement. So then he separates the materials because the company I worked for, we would separate every material, like wood from drywall to concrete to metal to wire to everything, bro. And then we take it to his shop and go through it more and sort through it. So anyway, we're in the basement and there's all, imagine like pieces of wood around you with nails sticking out of them and drywall. Like you're just in this basement with all this shit. And he's trying to scoop it into a bucket as you're throwing it in the bucket. Like you're taking pieces and breaking them up small enough to fit in his bucket, right? And his bucket thing, the way his thing is, he had these teeth thing on it where he could close after to get more stuff and then lift it out. So he closes down and he grabs some wire that's still attached, like a big, you know, the big wiring in your walls and shit. So he grabs one and me and my buddy are talking and then I see like he's grabbing it and he's pulling the wire towards our legs. And I'm going, "Adrian," like this to him, like, "Adrian, he's not watching us anymore." So all of a sudden he goes faster with the bucket. And then all of a sudden this wire's going, pew, like ripping off the wall at us. I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" So the thing hit me in the back of the leg, bro. It almost ripped my leg off. I had to jump and fucking it barely almost didn't wrap around my leg. And this stupid asshole did not even notice that was happening to me. He used to almost knock house pieces off on my head all the time. He'd be like, "Oh, go grab the wood by the house. It's okay. It's safe." And he's like holding the house up with his bucket thing. And you tell us to like go under and grab the piece of wood out so he could knock the whole wall down or something. Like just shit like that, you know, because he wanted some piece of metal out of the way. Because he didn't want to knock the piece of all this stuff on top of this metal he wanted. That he wants to separate it and put it in the bin right away. It's the crap you do, bro. Meanwhile, there's this big chimney like half hanging off the house and we're standing down there where if it falls, it could land on us and stuff. Like that's what that company was, dude. And they would bring asbestos there and they would leave it like laying around everywhere, like be exposed to like trying to make me like suck in asbestos dust and shit. Like just not doing the job properly is what I'm saying. Like just dumbass crap, bro. We would do asbestos jobs all the time and like demo jobs and like fire jobs where like a house would have a fire and they'd have to like write it off and knock the house over and he would get the demolition contract. We would do business contracts. One time me and my brother, we did this old like, it was a waste factory for like a poop plant, like where your poop goes, bro, like a sewage factory, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like a waste management place in like Port Coburn. We demolished that whole thing, bro. And the guy had me cutting up rebar from inside the walls of like old shit tanks. I don't even know what the fuck it was, dude. So obviously this place was closed for a long time. And then we had to demolish it. I demolished motels. I demolished like rundown motels that people lived in forever. My brother would get staph infections from like crap. From demolishing a motel that was so dirty and condemned when people lived there, and he'd go demolish it later. He'd get staph infections, bro. I demolished houses where you rip the drywall off and the whole inside of the house is covered in like rat poops, bro. These are like rich houses that were in like St. David's, like near where I live. Like $1 million houses where the guy had a fire and then we ripped the wall out after, and there's like by his chimney, and there's like feet of rat shit, bro. Like just rat shit where I was turning into dust and then new rat shit on top. In these demo jobs I did of like disgusting crap you cannot even imagine, bro. I ripped like walls out of houses where there's like dead animals in there that look like they're in there forever. I found like playing cards with like weird like messages on them. I found like notes in people's like walls with weird stories, like all kinds of weird ass crap, bro. One time, like they demolished this house and they knocked. It was like a fire job, and there's all the money was burned, bro. You didn't even take it with him. It was all like burned. So he found like mass stacks of cash that was burned and like worth shit, bro. They're not worth nothing, dude. You can't even put it back together. It was like each half of the money, but everything was burned off it where you could tell what it was, but there's no serial numbers no more. But all that money he had was insured, he said, or something. And my boss like laughed at him and was like, "Why would you have all that money in your house, bro?" There's like in Niagara Falls, it's called like Pump's Nightclub, and there's like a marijuana shop underneath it, and they sell like hookahs and like glass pipes and all this stuff and clothing. Well, there's a big fire there, and it burned down, and I've demolished out everybody. Like that job in itself has a million different. I drove taxi in Niagara Falls, Canada for 5 years, dude. In the casinos, like both casinos. Like I have so many stories, bro, and people think I don't know nothing. I've been alive for a long time, bro. I'm not lying about any of this crap, bro. It's documented I drove taxi in Niagara Falls, like not for a long time, but for like a couple years. Because the guy I worked for literally knew my family when I was a little boy. He told me I could have my job back, but I don't have a driver's license anymore. And I don't want to go fix my driver's license because I have to start all the way over with the graduated licensing, and I'd have to get my beginner's license, then my G2, or whatever it's called, and then your full license. And then my insurance will be a lot of money because I'm old now. So again, why would I even get a car by this point, bro? It's pointless. I might as well just drive an electric scooter for the rest of my life. That electric scooter's free, bro. It's fun as hell. It's a little more pain in the ass, that's all. So obviously when it rains, it's a pain in the ass. And you can drive a scooter in the snow too, but nobody really does that. But I don't know why. I drive a scooter in the snow. But you can drive an electric scooter in the winter, bro. Because for one, most of the time the road's plowed enough where you could drive on, unless you have bad timing where there's like a blizzard happening, which obviously happens sometimes. But like most of the time, the roads are plowed enough where you could drive a scooter, bro, if you go really slow. If you buy giant rubber boots and you put your feet on each side of you, you will not wipe out, bro. If you go around all the corners slow in the winter on an electric scooter, you won't wipe out. You just buy big rubber boots with giant, like, you know, that like have insulation in them, obviously. And then you put each foot on the road almost like beside you. It's kind of stupid. But you can do it, bro. And it's like riding a skidoo around. Like, what's the big deal? You wear a snowsuit with protective helmet and goggles and shit. And nice warm gloves. See, people become sissified, bro. Think of all the money you would save driving an electric scooter, bro. You could do that for 5 years and open a business. And then buy a nice Mercedes after, bro. Get it? Don't buy the Mercedes Benz until you have enough money to afford a Mercedes Benz. Get it? So you might as well, if you want a Mercedes Benz, do what I said. Drive an e-scooter. Save money from a good job for 5 years. Buy a Tim Hortons. And then after you own a Tim Hortons, which obviously is going to be busy forever for the rest of your life, you literally just go buy a Mercedes Benz. Right? Or you could buy a motel. So a motel, you'd have a lot of issues with people, but obviously a motel is going to be all full of people if you do it properly, where you could have people living there all year long, bro. Get it? If I owned a motel, I would try to lower the rates lower than everybody else so people would want to live in my motel. And I would try to get people to sign a lease agreement. I would treat it like it's an apartment, bro. Because I think a lot of motels can make you sign a lease. I'm not sure. So a motel, you can make killer amount of money, bro. Not to mention a motel, when people screw around, you can kick them out within, I think, 48-hour notice. Where they have to get the hell out, bro. It's not the same as an apartment. So you'd have less issue with a motel, get it? You'd probably just get more damage and bullshit. But again, you would make so much money from overcharging people for a little room that would be insane, bro. To not have like be able to profit off that shit. Here's another idea for people, bro. If you want to get your honeybee license and you join like the honeybee society, you could literally talk to people with property on commercial land that's in the middle of nowhere. If you had a honeybee license, you could say, I own a business and I'm a honeybee farmer. And you could put like honeybee things in the back of their property where it wouldn't hurt people with signs like warning there's honeybees, and then split profits with the farmer. And literally just use a piece of the farmer's land that they don't care about, bro. You can make honeybee farms out of like old dressers, out of like old like dryers, like an old washing machine. People make honeybee farms out of like all kinds of crap, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you go online and you buy like the part like that's made out of plastic, where they'll actually make the honeybee combs around the plastic, you can put that inside of an old dresser, and they'll live in there. Blah blah blah, man. Like you can do it all different ways. The government will give you incentives for doing that crap. You get tax write-offs. You can sell bee equipment to people. You could open a website selling bee equipment. I know other people, they sell the queen bees to people for mass freaking money, bro. See, those are all things I want to do. So I don't know why people around here think I want to start conflicts, bro. I want to be a honeybee farmer. That's my main goal. I want to go get my license and learn about it and start working for a company. And then by the time I'm old, I want to own my own company and be teaching my nephews and stuff about it. And then maybe they'll want to do it. And then they can take over what I established. See, I have dreams and goals, bro, where I don't want to hurt nobody. I want to do something productive. So if anybody ever watched my videos and they take me the wrong way, I just don't like people bugging anybody. It makes me really mad, bro. Get it? I want to own a honeybee farm, which is established in the future on farmers' properties and build relationships with the community and make honey for people. And then teach my nephew about it. He's only 9 years old. He likes bees. I want to tell him how important bees are to the world and that they pollinate the food. I want to teach him that bumblebees pollinate 3 times more than a honeybee. Maybe people don't know that. That bumblebee is my favorite kind of bee. I think a bumblebee is beautiful. They like have like hair on them, basically. They're beautiful. The coloring markings on them. They're big, you know. I can see the detail on them when I look at them. I like them. Get it? I like honeybees. I like what honeybees do. They pollinate stuff. They make food. They turn flowers into food. Get it? Then they make delicious honey that I can eat, which is good for me. So I like honey too. I like eating honey. I like putting honey in my yogurt. Why wouldn't I want to do that for a living, bro? Where I could get fresh honey all the time. See, so maybe people took me the wrong way of what I want to do with my life, bro. I'm getting old, right? So an old person, right? That's almost like, you know, I'm over 40 years old, bro. Why would I want conflict with anybody, dude? I make weird YouTube videos to try to make someone smile sometimes, where I make myself look goofy. I make videos where I'm serious and I cry sometimes on YouTube. Blah, 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 bro. I try to make videos to relate to everybody. I don't want nobody to be pissed off, bro. So I don't get why everybody wants to be mad all day and say, hey, I want to walk around making everybody mad and cause conflicts. And then after I cause a conflict, I want to point the finger at somebody and say, yo, that guy is just causing crap for everybody. All right, why don't you just send me back to school and let the kids like behind me throw pee off the back of my head? Right? They get flick a little piece of Play-Doh in my eye, and then I'm not supposed to do nothing about it, bro. So that's literally what's happened, dude. Like a bunch of adults who act like little children. They're like, hey, we're gonna pick on everybody, bro. And then you got all the people being picked on that don't want to be picked on no more, and they're mad, and everybody's just arguing. Right? And then I go and I watch the news, and then these people are protesting about like this and that. Like all this weird crap, bro. Right? And I'm on YouTube. When I scroll on the live streams, it's like a protest, and it's like some guy playing native flute. Then it's some lady eating food. Then it's like some weird ASMR crap. Then it's like some freaking this and that. Then it's like some blurred out video. This is the live streams I'm talking about. So when I'm scrolling on the live streams, it's just those weird crap and good crap. And it's all mixed together, bro. YouTube will show me this video or so why doesn't YouTube try to make it better? I want like comedy short videos when I scroll. Comedy. Can't their thing distinguish between like if some guy lies about what kind of video it is and then uploads it, can't it see that he's doing that? And then instantly like not let him do that shit, bro? I don't want to see animal YouTube of animals getting hurt, bro. So if I have like I want to watch just comedy videos and YouTube keeps recommending like some animal getting hurt, is that because the uploader is lying and putting it in like comedy category? Why don't they ban that guy from going on YouTube? Just like if someone trolls all the time and then restarts like a new email to get a new YouTube channel, because obviously they have no subscribers, they have 3 subscribers on their channel. Why does YouTube allow that person to keep doing that, bro? Isn't there a way to stop them from doing that crap? Because then that person can go around reporting people's channels for no reason and affecting their channel, right? Like a troll. If they get their account banned and then they reopen one with a fake email, why can't YouTube find out who that person is in real life and not let them have emails anymore? Like, why can't the police say that? That person's a bully to everybody, bro. Because that literally affects people's channels, right? If someone keeps reporting you for no reason. Because I think people do that to me a lot. Because I try to be nice to people all the time and people don't like it. So a lot of the trolls, they'll thumbs up and then thumbs down my video and then report my video for like crap, bro. And then YouTube has to look into it, but they never take my video down. But it still affects my video getting watched when I first upload it, which is going to affect my video view count, bro. So why are those people allowed to do that to me, bro? And then I come home and then people want to do crap to me in my apartment. Get it? They want me to like get mad, some kind of like reaction out of me. I can tell you this story the other day, okay? I went outside with my dog to walk it, and I love animals. There's this gray squirrel that I saw all the time. It got hit by a car. It was not gross looking yet. It probably got hit on his head. I don't like talking about this, but anyway, I'm going to talk about it. There's nothing wrong with the thing. It just looked like it was normal still, but it was obviously dead. So I'm like, man, I'm going to do everybody a favor, and I'm going to push it off the road because I don't want it to get squashed and its guts hang out. So maybe me doing that is wrong. Maybe I should leave it there and it gets squashed and rots away faster. I just want people's point of view on this. I thought I'm going to be respectful to Mother Nature and to the squirrel. And this is like, people say that guy's weird. I'm not playing with a dead animal. The thing didn't even look gross, bro. I took a long stick and I pushed it into the curb line where the curb is so nobody would crush it and it could just rot away there, bro. Or maybe the street sweeper could come up and get rid of it. Anyway, some weird person in my apartment, because I pushed this dead squirrel off the road being respectful, pushed it back into the middle of the road, bro. So when I got off work and whenever I'm walking my dog the next day, now it's like a pancake. And I even said like to myself, someone's going to do that, bro. Right? I was originally going to take like this garbage picker I have and pick the thing and put it in like a disposable bag and throw it in the woods. So it rots into the ground, okay? Because I felt bad for it, bro. Anyway, that's how I am as a person, man. So if a skunk gets hit by a car, right? People leave it there and it gets disgustingly gross, bro. Why does the city come get the thing and move it, bro, and put it like in the woods somewhere out of my face? Like, get my point, everybody? Little kids walk to school by that crap, bro, and they want to see this on like crushed poor skunk with his guts hanging out, staring at them like with his tongue hanging out, like, bleh. Like, what's the point of that, bro? The city should have some company come get that crap off the road, dude, like right away. If somebody hit a cat, dude, I guarantee that cat would not sit on the road for more than like a day, dude. Probably not even an hour, bro. Like, people would move the cat. So I guess you hit someone's dog, you're going to move the dog, right? If a human being gets hit by a car, you're not going to leave the human laying there. This is how I look at things, bro. So obviously if something gets hit and it's all gross looking, I'm not going to touch it, bro. I'm making a point, if something looks like nothing's wrong with it still, you should have some respect for the world and not be like, ew, cooties, I'm going to get disease. Like, carefully touch the thing with a shovel or something and throw it in the woods, bro. This is my whole point about what is wrong with everybody lately, bro. Like, everybody just lost their mind where they're in the zone of I'm going somewhere and I can't, like, ever do anything out of the ordinary. That's nice, bro. Right? Moving a dead animal is nice, right? Like, that's what I thought. Then nobody has to look at it, bro. It's depressing. It looks gross. It's sad. I don't know. That's how I see it. If some hawk comes along and starts eating a bird in front of me, I'm going to try to scare it away from my face, bro. Some people watch it and be like, wow, that's cool. Right? I don't think it's cool, bro. I don't think I'm supposed to see the hawk come eat the king pigeon beside my window in our urban area, man. The hawk's supposed to be in the middle of the woods, bro. Right? The hawk could hurt a little chihuahua in your backyard. If it's outside and the hawk is big enough, you could have your dog in the backyard and it can hurt your chihuahua, bro. And if people think I'm full of shit, a hawk will attack a chihuahua. So in my neighborhood, these people feed the pigeons on the ground, the king pigeons, and the hawks come eat them. And some of the hawks are little baby ones still. They're not big. So they end up hurting the pigeon, bro. That's why I get mad at people in my neighborhood. That's why the super said don't feed the birds on the ground. Because another thing, it brings rats, bro. Like big, giant rats, dude. Like I've been living by my bike sometimes. They're like this big, bro. So everybody thinks it's fair to make me live this way, dude? Because I live in like the ghetto or something? Well, I don't really live in the ghetto, bro. Obviously. It's not dangerous where I live. There's nobody with guns walking everywhere. I live in Canada, bro. I'm saying I live in a low income area where people are rude, bro. Like, obviously, ain't a big deal the kid's bike's near my shit, bro. But see what I'm talking about? His bike's near my window. They live, like, on the second floor, dude. They don't live in my apartment, bro. They don't even live beside my apartment, bro. My whole point is I want that kid to go put his bike by my neighbor's window over there with their balcony, right? And see if someone says something to him. They're going to say, yo, why is your bike by my window, bro? So why is nobody seeing my point of view? Get it? Those people literally get mad at me because I don't want a bike by my window, bro. It's not my bike. It's not like the parking lot on the other side of the building, right? The other side of the building is a parking lot. I could put my e-scooter over there. Someone's going to mess with it, dude. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I can't, like, plug it in over there. They'll steal my charger. Don't mess with it. I need to be able to, like, keep an eye on it, bro. There's a camera on the thing. In my window. On my bike. There's, like, a bunch of crap on my bike. Because my bike looks really dumb for a reason. I don't want anybody stealing it. It has, like, good parts in it. It's not like a piece of junk inside the bike. If the bike works good, that's all that matters, right? I need the bike to look pretty, bro. Very pretty e-bike, no more issue, bro. I have a collectible, like, discontinued emo electric scooter. It's like mint, bro. It's called, like, a steel. They don't make them anymore. My brother's holding it at his house. He won't get back to me. The thing stopped working. I told him I'm buying new guts for the bike and I'm going to fix it. But he wants my bike, and he wants to make something out of his friggin' friend or something. So he keeps arguing with me about it, and then he buries it in his shed behind two other e-scooters and won't give me my bike back. It's been going on for a year and a half with my brother, and I keep telling my mom, I want my e-bike back. You know, my brother said I'm not welcome at his house, bro. You know why I'm not welcome at his house? See how my life's a soap opera, bro? I'm not... Are you choking, dog? What are you choking on? Wait. I heard you coughing. You okay? Sorry, my dog was just coughing a second ago. Maybe not. Are you coughing? Kisses. You coughing? I thought you coughed. You need a haircut, bro. I got these eye wipes for my dog. You gotta wipe her eyes like every day almost. Got a big jar of them. Cleans her ears too. But then it says don't get it in their eyes. I don't know, it makes no sense, dude. How am I gonna wipe the fur around my dog's eyeball? It says that they're ear and eye wipes. But it says do not get in eyeballs. So you tell me that if I get on her fur, it's gonna get in her eye a little bit, right? Obviously. And it says non-toxic, so again, I don't understand, bro. What does it matter if it gets in her eye a little bit? It's just gonna burn. So I'm talking about a million different things because those people upstairs have my brain messed, bro. I was trying to do an event the whole time, and they were just like, I couldn't even do my event properly because I was solely not sleeping right. I didn't focus properly. I didn't put any tickets on Ticket Splice. I didn't promote my show properly. All I did was made like nice brochures and I put them in a couple stores and taped them on telephone poles. I didn't advertise it nowhere with it. So I lost some money. And I feel bad because I haven't done another one. And Ghost of Maiden, I told him I want to do another one in August. And he told me to wait till September, but now I haven't even paid the hall yet. And I still haven't advertised it because I've been like working a lot. Yeah, I work midnights, bro. So I get off work at 3 in the morning, right? So I'm trying to do some other stuff at the same time. It's hard, bro. Obviously, I get off at 3 in the morning. I don't go to bed right away. I like to let my dog out. Sometimes I don't go to bed till 5 in the morning. And these people are trying to wake me up, like, by 11 or 1 o'clock, like banging on me, bro. See, I had all these crosses I bought on Temu. See this cross? Hard to see because it's freaking light. They're cheap. I like put rhinestones on them and epoxy them. I was gonna sell them to people. I haven't even done that yet. Because every cross I sold, I was gonna use the money to rent the hall. So obviously a cross like I just showed with a rhinestone on it, epoxy, that's worth $20, man. So I was gonna literally give you the cross and say, listen, this is for a spot at my show. When I sell so many crosses, I'm gonna announce the date of when the show is, and if you can come, you can come. If you can't, helping me because you get a cross for $20. Get it? I'm not ripping anybody off, dude. I'm literally giving them a free spot at my show, and I'm taking the time to make a cross, bro. I have a bunch of these made, but I didn't make them with epoxy yet. They're literally just sealed, and what happened was when I put one on my keychain, it ended up breaking the side off because they're very like not, they're not strong, bro. Some of them are not made right either because I bought them on Temu. So if you look at them from the top, the cross will be bent a bit. So some of them I had to throw away. Some of them in the bag when I got them in the mail, they were broke. Like the side cross part would be broke right off, or be broke in half. I can't sell it to somebody. I have some that don't have this chain on them. Obviously, this chain is cheap, right? They're not expensive. I'm saying I was going to make them expensive. You know what I'm saying? I make stuff out of epoxy. I have molds, bro. I was going to put rhinestone with epoxy on this would be the best way. But that's worth more than $20. And that's a lot more work. So my whole plan was to rhinestone, stain them, put 3 coats of stain on them, which makes them stronger. Explain to people they're not very strong, bro. Like, be careful with them. That's where so I'm literally giving people the cross for $20, and then they give me their email address, give me like contact info, and I say when I have this many crosses sold, I'm gonna announce the date I'm gonna rent the hall. Because my point is, I'm not gonna rip nobody off, bro. My goal is to sell 100 of those crosses. So then all the extra money I get on top of the hall rental money, I want to give the Ghost of Maiden kid a bunch of it. I want to give anybody that helps me with the event money from it. My mom, like family members, anybody who wants to help me that day. Any of the extra money I get on top of renting to the hall, I want to pay to everybody. See, this is not about me. This whole thing was not about me, the show I want to do. It's about everybody else, bro. Because then everybody else is going to remember that I did that, and they're going to help me. Okay, it's about helping each other, bro. So obviously I'm going to take some money out of it, right? I want some money if I run a hall and do a show. But the majority of the money I want to give away to people who help me do the show, who are promoting kindness, like Ghost of Maiden, who does the live music. I want to give him more money at the show. I only paid him $100 at the last show. I gave him an Iron Maiden mask that was worth $160. And he ended up with an animatronic, which I'm probably just going to make him keep the thing, man. Like, he's had it for a long time. It was my freaking mistake. I'm probably just going to say, yo, just keep the thing, bro. I'll go buy another one. Like, whatever, bro. The thing wasn't worth that much money, get it? So all that freaking haul did was cost me like $4,000, bro. Because I also bought a bunch of things I brought there. Yeah, I bought 11 animatronics. I had them there. My family and everybody that's helping me set up the show, they left two of my animatronics laying face down behind this giant tapestry because I'd bought tapestry. I built tapestry holders. I would work midnights. I'd go to my mom's. I'd pond foam these bamboo sticks. I was trying to make these giant tapestry holders. So at my show and the event, because I bought like 8 different tapestry of art stuff because I like clowns, right? I wanted to have all this stuff set up nice for the Iron Maiden music because I thought it would go good together, like a horror show. I was going to jump scare people, and I was going to show people that just because I look scary and I'm mean doesn't mean I can hurt people, and that I'm kind and I'm going to love people. That was the whole point of my show, bro. That just because I look weird and scary doesn't mean I'm going to hurt anybody. And then I was going to give stuff away to people for free, bro. And I'm a poor person. Just remember all this stuff, everybody. I'm not trying to make myself look good or anything. I want to cry right now because nobody even came to my show, bro. Get it? No one came. My family yelled at me at my show. They were getting mad at me. When my show ended, my dad's telling me to hurry the F up and get all my stuff out of that place. That he's in a hurry because I had to put my stuff in his truck. Just remember, I didn't make any money from the show, bro. I lost thousands of dollars and I'm poor. I used my credit card to buy stuff to try to do something good, bro. I put myself in a hole, hoping that it would work out. It didn't work out, and my own father is literally making fun of me and fucking calling me names and shit at the thing, man. And then you know what happened the next day? My cousin Joey, who's my blood cousin, my youngest cousin, overdosed at my Uncle Mike's shop because my Uncle Mike owns a shop, a mechanic shop. My nephew works there with my blood cousin. His older brother, Mike, is my nephew's boss there. So it goes, my cousin Mike, who's my blood cousin, is my nephew's boss right now, who's a mechanic. He went to school. He went to Niagara College, mechanic. So he works for my cousin now. But my cousin's father is the actual owner of the shop because he's owned the shop for a long time. It's been in my city for a long time. He makes a lot of money. Anyway, my cousin Joey was living on his property in a giant metal bin container. You know, the big bins that people use, like the big blue bins. He lived in that like it was a house. I did not know he was living in this thing. So anyway, short story, like whatever. I did my show. The next morning I wake up. My mom gets a phone call that my cousin Joey is dead. He died. He overdosed on fentanyl and crystal meth. So I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, you know, so this is what my life's like lately, bro. So does anybody think I need those people bugging me, bro, upstairs? This just happened, by the way, in May, right? The funeral was in June. It's not even September yet, right? June, July, August, September. I did not see my cousin for 7 or 8 years, bro. We live in the same city. My cousin that died on drugs, I let him live with me 4 different times in his life, okay? I let him come live with me. He lived with me and my girlfriend once. He lived with just me once. He's like a troublemaker, bro. I tried to help him a bunch of times. So again, I did not know he lived in this metal bin where he died at, or I would have tried to help him. No one told me he lived there. Told me he lived in there. I only found out he lived in there when he died in there. And then when I went to the funeral, which by the way, they made me wait all the way from May 18th till June something to do the funeral, which is weird, right? I had to wait a whole month and something to even go like do a funeral for him. And then at the same day, they had a funeral for my Aunt Linda, which is my mother's sister, because she died 2 years ago. And her son, Mike, which is my nephew's boss at work, see how confusing soap opera this is? He would not have a funeral for her, bro. This is 2 years ago my Aunt Linda died. He said, I'm not having a funeral for her. Blah, blah, blah. So none of us got to go pay respects to her. He got her cremated and kept her ashes with him. I didn't even get to pay my respects to my aunt, bro. Okay? So this funeral was for his mother and him on the same day. And they got buried side by side, and both their ashes are at the cemetery in my city. And I go visit them now. And I had to see my cousin who did all this crap to me, okay? This man, my cousin, tried to rape me in my butt when I was a little boy, when I was like 10 or 11 years old. He tried to molest me, bro. That is the boss to my nephew now. And the person did all this other crap to me. I don't know if anybody knows what Thurston Shores is. It's like a beach. It's like a resort. It's not even the same thing anymore. Anyway, My Uncle Mike owned like a thing there a long time ago, and we would always go there and go to the beach and whatever for free. So I'd go there. My cousin Mike stole from me one time. He set me and my brother up and like stole our money, our wallets, and everything. He's a very mean person, bro. Look at all the shit he did to me in my life. And that he wants to cut her grass, okay? So he started cutting the grass. My Aunt Linda went insane, man. My mom went to the giant butcher knife, okay? Linda, she never ever hurt me once, bro. Buy her lemons at the grocery store. This woman was weird, bro. I would have to go in the grocery store and buy like 50 lemons at once, like lemons. She'd want like 50 of them. That's all she wanted, though. And I'm like, yeah, Linda, that's weird, bro. And then my cousin and them, they would get her real food. They would force the real food on her, right? But she would always make me buy weird shit at No Frills near her house. She'd be like, yo, buy lemons. Buy me some of this other stuff. Buy me all this other stuff. This is weird ass shit, bro. Because she had mental problems, get it? And then my mom's like, don't go in the house with her. She could like attack you. This lady was like skeleton skinny, dude. Like I wasn't even afraid of her if she had a knife. Like she was skinny and little. Like she would move slow. Like I would just get away from her, right? Like I wasn't scared to go in her house, bro. So literally my whole family let this lady live in the house, okay? After they wouldn't let me go there anymore. My cousin Joey started living there. He's a crystal meth addict back then. Before fentanyl, he was doing crystal meth a long time ago. He brought all these crystal meth heads there. This is besides St. John's Ambulance in my city. It's this ambulance place. They used to always call the cops on my aunt and shit because these crystal meth people were like leaving garbage in the yard. They literally destroyed my garden I had back there. The whole backyard became this garbage pit of shit, bro. They had some crystal meth guy living in her shed, bro. Like a scrap metal guy putting scrap metal everywhere. They're inside my Aunt Linda's house while she's in there with mental problems, like doing drugs everywhere. I kept telling my family, let's go get all these people out of there. They're like ruining your house. They're like, no. My Aunt Linda died. You know, some stranger owns that house now. He rebuilt the whole house. It's brand new, bro. It looks mint. I drive by and look at that house. That was my mom's sister's house. Shouldn't that go to somebody in my family? So see what my family did to me? I was the only one trying to save my Aunt Linda, to save the house, to not let crystal meth people live in there with my aunt, who's this old lady who's like homeless, while her son is a crystal meth addict living in the house, destroying it. I'm like the only one in my family saying, get rid of all these people. And my family's like, no, there's nothing. I've had a gun pointed at me when I was little by a skinhead, pointed in my face saying, it'll blow your head off. And I was like 10 years old, bro. Because my cousin was in a gang. And my mom house and to go live in Fort Erie and pay him in an apartment in his house. Because she gets her half of the house. It's an apartment that he renovated or something. Like, I can't make this shit up, bro. So someone point a gun at me because of him when I'm little. And now when I grow up, he takes my house away from me to steal my ma away. And use her to get rent money. When she's a little old lady, bro. And now my mom's broke as hell. She has to keep changing the tires on her car. Her car keeps having issues from driving it back and forth. And she's all like complaining all the time with bags under her eyes. And she has no money, bro. And when I lived in a house with her, I had more than enough money to pay her mortgage and all the bills. Like, I swear to God, bro. Like, I could have paid her mortgage, her hydro bill, her like property tax every year, all the other bills, the water. I pay more money where I live, bro. For rent. That's not even including all my food and everything. I pay more money where I live than her mortgage and all the bills would have been for me. And she said, well, I had to sell it, Jimmy, because of COVID. And I lost my job. And your cousin David's going to rent me an apartment and I'm going to be safe. And now she's in Fort Erie, dude, way far away. And she drives back and forth all the time. And she drives my cousin Lisa around all the time. And none of these people give her money, really. She drives back and forth to see my brother like once a week usually. And blah, blah, blah. And my cousin Dave and his family make mass noise at her when I go there. You can hear them banging the walls at her. Like, blah, blah, blah. They have like they're like an Italian family, bro. And they have like little kids there all the time because his daughters are growing up now and they have a family. So his daughter's house burned down. I'm not even making this up. His daughter's house had a fire. And it ruined the house since my mom moved to Fort Erie. So his daughter and her son-in-law, or whatever, her husband, And all their kids, because they have kids too, they all move into my cousin's house. So now they're all there with babies and kids and going like, blah, blah, like driving my mom nuts, bro. And my mom is this sweet old lady who doesn't want to say nothing to them. And all she says to me is, wow, they're loud sometimes, Jimmy. Like, dude. So I go there and I can hear how loud they are. It's like the fucking insanity, bro. And my mom sold a house for that shit. Just think of that, bro. It was this really nice house in this old, like there's all old people around us, bro. I used to take my chihuahua out of this park every day and let her run off the leash, and she was the friendliest dog, bro. And I'd walk her off the leash and the dog would never run away from me. It would stay like 30 feet away and I'd go, Roxy. And the dog would come running full speed, like happy as fuck, bro. And I'd carry my dog around everywhere, like my chihuahua, for years, bro. I carried it around like a little baby. Because I rescued the dog, bro. And the people above me are like, the guy's mean, he's insane. I rescued a chihuahua and spent like $8,000 on surgeries for the thing, bro, because I loved it so much. Didn't I say I pushed a dead squirrel off the road with a stick? I'm not like Nature Boy, like I'm going to go protest Save the Whale shit, bro. I'm saying, like, I'm not a mean person, bro, and I'm respectful. And, like, these people try to talk shit about me in my super. I'm fucking pissed off about it, bro. They told me I'm fucking mean. I yelled at them. What if I'm an Italian guy and I talk loud, huh? Hey, affangulo DiMaggio, affangulo. Hey, what's the matter for you? Hey, Tony. What if I'm like that, like I talk loud? Hey, you want a Twinkie? Hey, Angelo. Hey, Angelo. Hey, Angelo, go down to the store, get me some tuna. I don't talk like that, get it, bro? I'm making these YouTube videos so they can be psychoanalyzed in the future by people and they can learn from my brain not to be an idiot, bro. Like, don't be an idiot. Don't make videos on YouTube where I have a coffee and put ASMR when I'm scrolling on live streams and I'm looking for content. And I scroll and the next says ASMR and this guy's on there going. Like, I want to YouTube to tell me that's content, bro. I was just talking about how when I scroll on live streams and there's an ASMR video and there's some gay guy going that I don't want to watch that, bro. And I don't understand why YouTube thinks that's acceptable content for little kids to see, bro. But YouTube gets mad when I say the F word, but it's acceptable to put some gross people eating food on there with their fingers going, yeah, yes. Ooh, that's delicious. Ooh, delicious. Like those Asian people. I don't know what channel I scrolled on. I'd rather watch the ice cream man talk about his toilet hat, bro. With his rev it. Rev it. See, dog, when I start saying certain words on the YouTube, the algorithm makes people scroll to my video. Rev it. Boom, boom, boom. Rev it. I'm the ice cream man. I'm the ice cream man. I'm the ice cream man. Hello, everybody. Viva la Mexico. Looks like a Mexican sombrero. A Mexican sombrero. Oh, there's people going by my bike. It's investigation. Investigation time. His doggy. Oh, I don't want to videotape him. I like him. Yo, bro. I like him. Yeah, I'm not allowed to videotape. That guy's the nicest person in the world, bro. That's how I gotta live, though, because those people mess with my bike so much that every time I hear somebody walking by, like outside, I think they're gonna do something to my bike, bro. So anyway, the person I walked by is this giant, giant dog or whatever. It's like he's the nicest guy, bro. So that's what I heard outside my window. Get it? But those sometimes kids have sat on my bike a long time ago when I first moved here. There's this colored kid. He's a nice kid or whatever, but they'd run up and down the hallways and they were pissing people off. And people were saying they were knocking on their doors. And he kept trying to play. There's like a staircase outside my window, and he would try to play there. And I had my bike right there. And I swear he wanted to sit on my bike, bro. And I kept thinking, like, no, it could fall. Like, it's not safe, bro. It's just on a kickstand. It's like, you know, it was a different bike. It wasn't the bike that's out there now. It was a bike that could fall over easy and shit. And the kid wanted to sit on it all the time. He kept trying, you know what I'm saying? So I was getting mad. I don't just get mad for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did not want the kid falling through my window and getting hurt, bro. So that's why I got mad. I didn't want the kid playing and running up and down the stairs out there. They're concrete. They're all broken. They have like moss on them. Like I think differently, bro. Like they're slippery. So the kid would try to run up and down them all the time. And then it literally goes, these stairs go down this way. And then like there's just like a brick, like a big wall there, bro. Like if he falls, he's gonna smash his face or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's old people in the building, bro. They were running around knocking on people's doors. Like some people, you'll scare them, dude. Like I don't think like a lot of people, bro. Some people don't like little kids, right? Like it doesn't mean they're a bad person. Some people don't like kids, man. They don't want little kids running up and down the hallway, knocking on their door out of the blue. Get it? I'm pretty sure someone in this building is probably a drug dealer, right? Why do the kids want to knock on his door, bro? There's probably a weird person in this building that would hurt somebody. Why does everybody act like everybody is not gonna like do shit to them, bro? Get it? I would not want my kid knocking on doors in apartment buildings, bro. I don't know anything about anybody who lives in my building besides what they tell me when I walk by them and they say hello. Get what I'm saying, bro? You can't say somebody's good because they walk by and act nice to you all day. That's how I live my life, dude. I live my life that 99% of people in the world are good and they don't want to hurt anybody, but there's always someone who wants to do shit to people. So 1% of the whole entire world is a lot of people, bro, that want to be nice to you. I'm saying 99% of people you meet every day are nice to you, or the world would be chaotic, right? Does that make sense? Most people don't want to hurt people, bro. Or else when you go outside, be getting hurt all day, right? So when a lot of people are like, nobody's nice nowadays, 99% of people are nice, bro. 1% of the world is a lot of people. So take the entire population of the world, which I think is like 7 billion, and times that by 1% is a big giant number, bro. So it literally adds up to thousands of people in each city that are assholes. And each asshole affects a lot of people. Because everybody has an asshole, get it? Everybody takes a dump every day, bro. Basically. So if everybody has an asshole, right? They don't want to worry about somebody else being an asshole to them all day, bro. Does it make sense? I thought that makes sense. Not everybody wants you to be an asshole to them all day, bro. Most people be like, yo, don't be an asshole, bro. Dennis O'Leary, was that not Dennis O'Leary? Was that Dennis Leary? He's saying that I'm an asshole song. So he's an asshole. He's like, I'm an asshole, the old. But he wasn't an asshole in real life. Get it? That guy was probably nice in real life, bro. Dennis O'Leary. My live stream just glitched out. That was a weird thumb glitch. Thumbs up, the world. It's a good shorts vid. Ready? Thumbs up, the world. Win. Peace for all. Thumbs up, the world. To win peace for all. It's a good shorts video. Thumbs up the world to win peace for all. Peace and justice in the power of Grayskull. Snurf power. Snurf power. Smurf power with the Snarfnator. Snarftastic. I'm Wombbastic with the Snarftastic. Came from the womb, Wombbastic. Grew up, I'm bastard. Womb bastic. I came from the womb snuff. When I was born, I was a baby from the womb in the basket. Grew up to be a nut basket. Twisted brain, deranged, psychopathically insane. Skinny white boys. Skinny white boy can't rap with a crap on the toilet. On the toilet. Peace to the world and the Middle East. Thumbs up if you don't like what I'm saying. Get out, Pete Troll. Thumbs up to the world. It's a truther. I'm gonna act like truth. I'm the truther. I'm a white boy. Think I can rap? I'm a white boy. My name's Truther. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, go check out Truther. His name is @Truther with some numbers after it. He's crazy. YouTube's the best entertainment in the universe, bro. I can just scroll and watch a million different people at once. I can communicate with everybody. Could spread ideas to people. Why don't people make YouTube better, bro? Positivity. In this entire video, those people barely made any noise on my head, so I'm not being a liar, right? They probably weren't up there, bro. I got to rant on about some crap. I can hear them now. They have returned to torment my brain to death. Yes. Exciting. Observe my life in all of its wonder. My exciting life of living in an apartment. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's very late right now. See, I've lost track of time. Oh my goodness, it's 5:45. I've got to go.